Hi all, welcome back to C++ tutorial on Tube Fulcrum. This session is on overloading the pre-increment operator as a member function of the class. In the last session, we had a detailed discussion of what operator overloading is and what are the different ways by which we can overload an operator. So we have discussed that there are certain rules to be maintained when we overload the operators. So the two methods by which you can overload an operator is either as a member function of the class or as a friend function. So if you are overloading a unary operator as a member function of the class, then as per the rule, there should not be any argument. Same way, if you're overloading a unary operator as a friend function of the class, then there should be one argument. And if you're overloading a binary operator as a member function of the class, there should be one argument. And overloading a binary operator as a friend function should have two arguments to the function. So what we are going to do here is, we are trying to overload a pre-increment operator. So what kind of operator is a pre-increment operator? It's a unary operator. So this unary operator we are trying to overload as a member function of the class. So as per the rule, the operator overloaded function should not take any argument. So keep this rule in mind and let's see the implementation. So let's get started. Let's first create a class. So let our class be Tube Fulcrum. Now I'm going to add the members of the class. So let it hold a data member. Let's call it as I and let it be private. Now I'm going to add the public members of my class Tube Fulcrum. So first let me add a constructor to the class. So let it be a default constructor and let it initialize the value of data member I to 0. Let me add a display function here, which is displaying the value of the data member I. So let's use a cout statement and let's print what our I is. So let me give a statement like this. So the display function prints the value of your data member I. Now here I am going to add the operator overloaded function. So as said, this is going to be a member function of the class. And since we are overloading a unary operator, which is the pre-increment operator here, and since it's implemented as a member function to the class, there should not be any arguments to the function. So let's start implementing this. Let me keep the return type of the function as void and recollect the syntax of the operator overloaded function what we have discussed in the previous session. So the function name should be operator followed by the symbol of the operator which you are trying to overload. So the increment operator, the symbol is as shown, and the point here, it should not take any argument. Now what is this doing? Its aim is to increment the value of, say, the data member I. So let me increment the value of I. So this is our operator overloaded function. So here we have done with the creation of a operator overloaded function, that is overloading a unary operator as a member function of the class. And which is the unary operator that we have used here? It's the increment operator. Now comes the invocation part. So we are going to invoke this within the main. So we are going to use these along with the objects. So let's first create an object to a class. So let me call it as, say, obj1. So this statement is familiar to you. It's creating an object to the class. So the moment you create an object to the class, the default constructor here gets invoked. And what is it doing? It is initializing the data member I to 0. So with respect to obj1, if you invoke the display function, this gets you an output as I is equal to 0. The next statement that we are going to write is the invocation of the operator overloaded function. How do you invoke an operator overloaded function? For this, you simply use the operator along with your object. That is, if I write a statement like this, say obj1. This invokes your operator overloaded function. So what happens when you invoke the operator overloaded function? This is the call to the operator overloaded function. So it binds with the function definition here. What is it doing? It is incrementing the value of I. So at present the value of I is 0. So when you do plus plus I, the I value gets incremented to 1. So after performing this, if you make a call to the display function, you could see the output will be I is equal to 1. So obj1 dot display. This gets you an output I is equal to 1. So now we could say that we have overloaded the pre-increment operator, which is a unary operator, as a member function of our class. So let's run the code and verify our output. So you could see the output here. We are getting the expected output. I is equal to 0 before overloading the operator or before using the operator along with your object. And the second output I is equal to 1 is when you used the increment operator along with the object. So this is how you use the operator overloaded function, or you overload the operator, a unary operator, as a member function of the class. You could try out with other unary operators as well in the same manner. In the next session, we will discuss about overloading the unary operator as a friend function of the class. So keep watching. Thank you so much. Please do watch, like, share, comment and subscribe, and please don't forget to tap the bell icon. You'll get notified whenever we upload a new videos. Thank you.